Hello, my lovelies. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're all okay. To be honest, I feel rough. I'd like to feel well, please. I've not long got over a bit cold and stuff, and I'm blaming Josh for this one. Josh keeps bringing germs home, and I'm just bleh. Never mind. Hello, my loves. We are going to do week 4 of the Bathhouse Quilt Salon tonight, and it's there's only one slightly different bit on it. Some of it's half square triangles. You'll be fine on that bit, and then there's one little bit where you've got to just think about your colour placement. Yeah, thanks, Ali. Honestly, I have a few. You have like a week, and you think, oh, I'm over that. And yesterday, I was in bed at 8:30 last night. Honestly, I felt so rough. I just went to bed. And typical, it's because we're busy. It's because we're so busy. This sort of quarter from January through till like middle of April, it's a little crazy. So it's non-stop. But then actually, once the retreats are over in April, it does calm down a little. So, so yeah, just fed up of feeling a little bit rough. But never mind, I will stop whinging, I promise. Hi Carol, hi Eileen, hi Liz, hello my darlings. I have put the pattern for this on as a digital download and a paper copy as per all the other weeks. This will be the last one because you won't really need one for next time because that's just putting it all together. I might just I'll just drop a graphic in on the Gigglers or something so you can see. But this is like the last construction bit, okay? So, hi Joe, hello lovely. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to basically do the corner pieces, which are these bits here, okay? And we've just got to make these bits as well. So these are just half square triangles, nice and easy. But we're going to do some quarter squares, but then we've got to think about colour placement, okay? So that's what I want to go through with you tonight. Over we go. Oh, Nikki, hello, my darling. You're back home. Lovely, lovely. Oh, thanks, Eileen. Oh, it's just... I've got another operation on my nose in end of April as well, which I'm hoping is just going to help with the breathing and the pain, the constant sinus pain. So, I mean... I'm surprised I've got a nose left, the amount of ops I've had on it. Hi Bernie, hello lovely, hi Claire. Nikki, you could have brought the sunshine back with you, darling. I was going to say, it was beautiful yesterday, horrible today. But never mind. Right. So for this, remember this is just if you're doing a one block. Hi Lynn, it was lovely meeting you too, my darling. Hi Jen, how are you, love? Right, so 4. This is if you're doing the one block behind us. This is what you need. You will need, let me just double check on this. My brain's gone. You will need 5 of fabric D. Fabric D. Now, I haven't got 5 here because I'm not going to do all 5, but you need 5 fabric D 7-inch squares. Okay. You need 2 fabric C 7-inch squares, and you need 1 fabric B 7-inch square. Okay, so that's what you need, those bits. You will also need a 7.5 inch in C, and 7.5 inch in E. Okay, so I'll just quickly run through that again. However, the pattern is there, it's £1. That's how you support us, is by buying that pattern if you can. That's what pays for my time, basically, is paying for that pattern. So 5 fabric D 7-inch, 1 fabric B 7-inch, 2 fabric C 7-inch, and then a fabric C 7.5 inch and a fabric E 7.5 inch. Okay, so first things first, you're going to do this one twice, so you're going to end up with 4 half square triangles, and this one once, so you're going to end up with 2. Okay, so right sides together with a 7-inch square, and we're going to make half square triangles in 2 different colorways. They've both got D on them, but one's your fabric C, one's your fabric B. Okay, now as always, draw your diagonal line right across the middle like that, and we're going to stitch either side. So you're going to make, that's your B, So you should only have one of those squares, and you would have two of this one. I'm not obviously doing two at the moment. You don't need to see me do it twice. Hi Jean, hello lovely. Hi Louise. Happy birthday lovely. Hope you have a lovely time. Hi Anne, hello my lovelies. So we're going to just pop some pins in there just to hold those together, and then as always with half square triangles we are going to stitch 1/4 inch either side of that drawn line. Okay, so over we go. You've just ordered week 4 now. Thank you very much, Claire. Hi Lindy Lou, I hope you're feeling better, my darling. I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Okay, so as always use a scant 1/4 inch. Don't go right on the line. I tend to leave the 1/4 inch foot right down the centre, so I'm doing just under a 1/4 inch. That gives you a little bit of wiggle room. All the way down that one. Jen, you've been down with flu, so you couldn't come see it. Oh, bless you. Yeah, it's doing the rounds, isn't it? I mean, I had proper flu. Oh, well, it put me in hospital, didn't it? Back before Christmas. But this is just a cold. I'm just feeling a bit meh. A bit meh, I am. A bit meh and grumpy. I just would like to have a few days where I feel like a normal human being. I will be glad when the spring arrives. So as you can see, I'm chain piecing these. We're just going to go all the way down like that. There we go. Okay. So this bit, very simple. We've done half square triangles a million times. Sorry, I'm just going to blow my nose a second. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, dearie me. It's Josh and his germs. I'm totally blaming Josh on this one. He was really poorly last week with a proper cold and feeling grumpy and grouchy with it. And he's definitely given me the lurgy. There you go. So I'm going to make 2, which are a DB combination. Okay, D and B. And then you're going to do this one twice, so you end up with 4 that are DC. Okay, so obviously I've only done one set here. I would do this again, so I've got 4 DCs. Okay. Hi Jill, you're watching me and listening to the Archers. Ah, lovely, lovely, lovely. There we go. You and your Archers, you do love it. I mean, the thing is, somebody said the other day, oh, you should start listening to the Archers. It's one of those really lovely traditional English things to do. But, would you have to go back like a podcast, go back to the beginning and watch from listen from then? Can you even do that? How long's it been going, Jill? It's something like ridiculous, like 40 years or something, isn't it? There we go. Hi, Karen. Hello, lovely. Oh, I've forgotten the list again. I meant to bring the list over with me for all the group quilt blocks. We've had more in again today. Lynn, yours definitely came in. Bernie, yours was there. I'm just going to do this. Dan on the crafts, he did have a very, he was really poorly with a cold when I was on the craft store. I might have got it from him. Maybe it isn't Josh's fault. Maybe it's Dan's fault. I'll come back to the group quilt in a minute. We're going to square these up to 6.5. Okay, so again, as always, just making sure the diagonal lines along there and across for 6.5. Making sure that that's all correct. Go up there, across there, and then turn and do the same this way, 6.5, 6.5. So you would do this with all of them. Okay, you're going to need 6 in total. Your mum used to listen back in the 1930s. Oh wow, it's been going since 1953. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness me. Oh, it's been going forever then. So you will end up with 4 that are CD, okay, and 2 that are BD. That's what you need to get. All right. I'm not going to fanny around with those because we want to get on with this, okay, with the quarter square bit, because you do need to be careful about your colour placement with this in order for the pattern to work. You will need two 7-inch Ds, okay, in fabric D, and you're just going to cut those in half diagonally once. Okay, so corner to corner, cut those in half so that you end up with 4 triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you all still with me, lovelies? Everything okay? Claire, you're going to get your group block done this weekend. Get it to me next week. Amazing. Lovely, lovely. Okay, so you want 4 fabric D triangles. And then with the 7.5s, this is in C and E, you're going to do the same, but you're going to cut diagonally in both directions. So you're going to end up with 4 of each. Okay, so corner to corner, like that. And then I'm also going to go the other way as well. So corner to corner that way, like that. Okay, so what I will end up with is, oh, that's because I was cutting at a silly angle. There we go. 4 of my E triangles. Okay, like that, and 4 of my C. Okay. This is where you need to be careful with your colour placement, okay? You're really enjoying making this quilt. Oh, good. I'm glad, Claire. When I do these quilt-alongs, I try and do it so that you are, there's some familiar stuff, but there's also some different techniques as well. So, challenging you a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to put them together like this, okay? So you're going to start with your E on the left-hand side and your C on the right, and we're going to do 2 of them, okay? Because we're so used to making half square triangles, the amount of times, and I've done it so many times myself, I've put them together on the long edge because that's kind of in our heads to make HSTs rather than anything else. But these, basically the right angle triangle here in the corner, you want to make sure that those are meeting like that, okay? So right angle triangle, meet like that, okay? Put these right sides together like that, and now be careful because these are bias edges. We're going to stitch down there, and this one like that. Let me just put that together. We're going to stitch down there. Are you all still with me at the moment? So for 2 of them, you've got E on the right, on the left, and C on the right. The other 2 we're going to do the opposite way around. I'm going to stitch down these 2 first, okay? If it helps, put a pin facing the line you're going to stitch, okay? Because again, it's very easy to take them to the machine and end up doing the wrong one, and then they'll be the wrong way round, okay? And this colour placement is something you need to think about with this. Okay, back over here. I'm glad you're all enjoying doing this. That's really lovely to hear. It makes my time worthwhile then. So all the way down here, we're just going to do a 1/4 inch seam allowance, as always. And then again on this one, like that. Remember, we have got retreats coming up. There are spaces on our retreat, but there's also space if you can't do a whole retreat and you fancy doing a day. We've got the Secret Sewing Club retreat on April the 12th, where it's not just me doing a class. There's Hayley from Craft Yourself Silly, there's Anthea and Nicola, Anthea from Quilt and Antics, and Nicola from Days in Grace. All 4 of us are doing a class in the day, so you can come in, do a class with us and just have some fun, and you get to try out everything. Meet Adam from Create and Craft and all as well. So if you wanted information on that, it's Creative Hideaways. Okay, and then I'm just going to press that towards the fabric E, my green. Okay, so you've got something that looks like that. And again, we're going to do this side too. Just iron that one out. Okay, so my first 2 are like that with the E here. My next 2, you're going to do exactly you're going to do the opposite. So I'm going to have my E on this side, but again with that right angle triangle facing in. So the corners, those right angle triangles meet. Right angle corners, sorry, here meet. Okay, like that. So I've got opposites. You're all still with me. You're a week behind, but you'll catch up. Oh, that's all right, lovely. We aren't going to be doing a session next Wednesday because we will be in Glasgow with you, my lovely. So you've got plenty of time. I'm giving you all a week to catch up before we put it all together. Right, over we go again. Hi, Claire. Hello, my love. You've been practicing your group block today and doing other bits of sewing this week as you're off work. Nice. Oh, I did see your beautiful Hungarian block in Gigglers that you made into a pouch. That was gorgeous. There we go. So I'm just going to iron these two. Sew these two as well. There we go. Like that. There we go. Oh, yeah, I remember you saying you had a shoulder injury. I hope it gets better soon for you, love. It's rubbish when you can't do your favourite thing and do a bit of sewing. And again, we're going to iron this out towards the green. Like that. Okay, so you can see I've got opposites. Like that. You will catch up. Good. Good. There we go. So, you've got 2 going one way and 2 going the other. That's per block. Alright. What we want now is we want these, the 7-inch that we cut in half. Okay. Start with this one. Like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this one in half like that and gently, or with an iron, entirely up to you, either finger press it or just iron in a little centre mark. And then what we can do is put this like that, and you're going to match up that centre seam with that centre mark like that. Okay, and that's just if you've got, basically that helps to keep them all nice and straight in case you've gone off a bit wonky or anything. Okay. And then we're going to stitch down along that long edge. So we're going to do the same with this one. Find that centre mark. I'm loving all the colour variations I'm seeing in this as well. Catherine, you posted earlier with yours and it was gorgeous. I absolutely love the colours that people are doing. Someone mentioned the Gigglers doing this as a Christmas quilt. I thought that was that was Catherine, I think, was thinking about doing it as a Christmas one. You're going to do exactly the same with the opposite ones. So just make that centre mark. Yeah, I think this would look really cool as a Christmas quilt. You know, and there's no reason you can't play around with parts of the design as well. You know, there's bits there that you could add extra bits into. You could alter bits as well. So, but how did you all get on with the curves last week? So I'm just talking while I do this bit here. How did you all get on with the curves? From what I can see on Gigglers, for those of you who have posted pictures, most of you handled it really, really well. Did you all do a little practice first? I'm going to stitch these up and we're going to stitch them along the long diagonal edge this time, okay? You all seem to get on really well with them. It's easy, isn't it? I told you it would be. But once you've kind of done the first couple, it's so much easier than you think it's going to be. There we go. So remember, this is a bias edge because it's a long diagonal, the way you've cut it. So just be a weeny bit gentle when you're sewing. That one. Jen, you've enjoyed doing curves. Oh, excellent. Excellent. There we go. Down that one. Oh, hang on. Just get that one all lined up. The first 2. I'm going to try and whiz through these. Did anybody get stuck on any of the curves? Was there anybody who was like, oh, no, not sure about this. Is there anything I can help with? Or were you all okay with it all? Going back to the group quilts, I promise I will put a list onto Gigglers of who's sent theirs in. If you haven't sent it in yet, please do get it in. I need it in by March the 15th at the very latest. If it's not in by the 15th, I'm not going to be able to include it because I've got some backup ones that I can add in, but we've got time. So please do get it in by the 15th if you're going to join in, okay? The squaring up was difficult. It is a little difficult, the squaring up of the curves. You've just got to kind of get your head into it. But I'm glad that you did the practice one first. I mean, that's what I said. Oh, hang on, sorry, I couldn't remember which number. Jean, you did your curves today. Not happy with fabric choice, so we'll make more at the weekend. Fair enough. But how did you find the curves themselves, Jean? Did you manage them okay? I hope you did. Right, pins out. And then what we're going to do is just iron this out. And we want to iron it out. Can you see that this is a bit bigger? But don't worry about that. We're going to square that up. Okay? So I'm going to iron it towards the darker fabric. Gently, like that. Okay, so you end up with like this quarter square with a half square attached. And there's a reason you've done them in opposite directions. It's part of the design. Okay, so those two are going the same way. They're the same. These two, hopefully, should be going the other way. Yeah, the squaring up. You try using washi tape. If you're struggling with the squaring up, use washi tape on your ruler just so you've got a better idea of where you're cutting until you can really get your head around it. There we go. It does help if you've got the right ruler as well. We found that when we were doing the Cardiff Quilters group. If you've got a ruler that comes off, I have to say for curves, the So Easy rulers are the best as far as I'm concerned. It's the having a line that goes right off the edge at the 0, 0, having that 45-degree line, and having a line that you can see the 1/4 inch here and here. Some rulers don't have that, and it does make it more difficult if you haven't got that definite quarter line. Oh, Annie will know, love, because Annie's been doing the list for me. So if she says it's there, it's definitely there. Yeah, Lynn's came today. Bernice came today. Yes, Ali, I remember Anne saying about yours. These need to be squared up now to 6.5 inches, okay? But you want them to be central, this bit here. So this is where we're going to... Hang on, we're going to do them this way. Okay, half of 6.5 is 3 1/4. So you're going to go down your ruler to where the 3 1/4 hits the 45-degree line. So find that, and you need to have a 45 that goes off the very corner, off the 0, 0, okay, which is this corner. So your 45 needs to run through the 0, 0. And it's also why I love these rulers. Genuinely, of all the rulers I've got, and I've got these, I've got Millard ones, I've got Omni Grids, I've got the bright, the neon ones, the Summit ones, but the So Easy ones, genuinely, favourites. So 3 1/4 down to the 45, okay? So, and when it hits the 45, that's going to sit right on that centre point there, okay? So I'm going to find it there. I'm going to put that point. If I just come here, hopefully you can see this a bit better. So the 3 1/4 on the 45-degree line is going to hit that centre point just there. And then I'm going to make sure, I'm just going to pivot, make sure that 45 is running along the seam. And then I've got, it's still there, okay? Squaring up is not your forte, so you're leaving it, you're good. That's fine, lovely. We did say to everybody, leave all of your quilt blocks unsquared up. It makes our life a lot easier if you do. We'll do the squaring up. Once I've got that, I'm then just going to double check that I've got my 6.5 and 6.5 within the fabric, and then I can trim down this side and across the top. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Do you want chips for yours as well?
No. Yeah, go on. Yeah, that's fine, love. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. It's just apologising to you because he was having to ask me a question. He's just cooking tea. And then I've turned it, and now I can do 6.5 and 6.5. And if you look, you'll see that the 3 1/4 hits that centre point again. Okay, so it's just that double check that everything is nice and square and central. All right, and you've squared that up now perfectly to 6.5 with that point dead centre. Okay, we're going to try that again. I'm just going to very quickly do these ones. So 3 1/4, 3 1/4 on the 45 like that. Okay, just make sure that that's in. 6.5, 6.5 it is. Oh, I do apologise for the ridiculous amount of sniffing. And then that can come down like that, and then we go 6.5, 6.5. Now, I don't know if you can see, but I got a teeny tiny bit just there that's not quite 6.5. It doesn't matter because it's within the 1/4 inch seam allowance. It's about a 32nd of an inch short just there. And that's probably where I was chattering, where I was sewing and not concentrating. But as long as it's within your 1/4 inch seam allowance, don't worry too much about it, okay? Nobody's going to be looking at the seams once this is all quilted up. Okay, so I've got 2 that look like that with the blue at the top. And then I should have 2 the other way around. Are you all with me, guys? Is everybody still with me and okay? Any questions about this bit? 3 1/4 in the dead center, up and across, and turn that, and then we do that again, 6.5, 6.5, like that. That's dead center, which is nice. Makes me happy when it all works. And then the very last one. Sorry, this is a bit dull for you now because I've done 4, but I want you to be able to see it lots so that you've got it. Hang on, I've just moved that slightly as I moved. There we go, got it. There we go. And then 6.5, 6.5. Okay, right. So that is all the elements you will need for the corners. Okay, you're going to need 2 one way, and then can you see 2 the other, so they're opposites. You're going to need 2 which are DB half square triangles, okay, and then you're going to need 4 which are DC half square triangles, okay. Everything's squared up to 6.5 inches. All right, that's everything you need to complete the quilt. So when I come back over here, these will end up, you see the whole point of this being in opposites is that you get that green encompassed in this, okay. When we do, not next week, week after, I'm going to show you how to put it together, because we're not just going to do it in rows, we're going to actually do it in kind of blocks and then put it together. Makes it a lot easier, okay. Makes it a lot easier. So yeah, if you can go ahead and make all this. So where there's no quilt along next Wednesday because we'll be in Glasgow, so I'm going to do it the following Wednesday. We're going to put all of the elements together. I mean, you'll be able to kind of see it if you've made all the elements so far. You'll be able to kind of put them all out and see how we're going to go. But when we put it together, we're actually going to put it together in bigger blocks and sections and then put those together. It's a lot easier than trying to work out when you, because they're smaller pieces. When you do them in individual rows, it can it's easy to get them turned the wrong way. Okay, so if you're happy to put it together yourself, absolutely 1000% go for it. If not, wait for the final session, which will be a fortnight today. That gives those of you who haven't started yet or are a week behind time to catch up as well. Or if you're one of the people who are making a 4 or 6 or 9 block quilt, it gives you lots and lots of time to catch up. And then we'll put it all together, okay. I'm loving seeing all of the bits that are going onto Facebook and everything, onto the Gigglers, just to see all those different colour combinations, because there's some beautiful colour combinations happening out there. I'm really enjoying seeing it. Right, bit of a quick one tonight, I know. Any questions about any of the previous weeks before I go? Because I'm really sorry, I'm very full of cold, so I don't want to hang around too long. Any questions at all? Is there anything there that you think, right, that's what I need? Hi Patty, hello darling. Oh, just as I'm going. Sorry love. So yeah, let me know if there is, okay. I do go back on the comments. When anybody comments, I do check them. So if there are any questions, let me know. The pattern is available the last week. This is the last one, so because there won't be a pattern for putting it all together, I'll just put a graphic up for you for that as a freebie, okay. So last one to purchase, it's on the website, it's in patterns, and then the Bathhouse quilt along, and it's week 4. There's a digital download or a paper copy which we can send out in the post for you. Cool. Right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go because this needs more tea. Frankly, I need more caffeine and paracetamol. And we may see some of you. Now, Sarah will be here tomorrow at 1:00. She's got Bavarian grannies for you, and then we'll see some of you in person. I hope anybody who can travels up to Glasgow or into Glasgow if you're further afield, come and see us. That would be absolutely amazing if you do. We've got lots and lots of goodies in, and some bargains and all going up with us. Well, I'm taking my husband as well as Sarah Jane for a bit of extra company. We'll definitely, Eileen, I will be in touch over the weekend, my darling, to speak to you. And yeah, anyone else? I hope that we'll see you up there if you're around. So take care, my darlings, and I'll see you. Well, I'll see you next week because we'll do some lives from the Glasgow show. So I will definitely see you next week. Okay. Take care, my loves. Bye.